and because I'm an inveterate, unapologetic collector of so many other things besides records. I recently got my first submission back from CGC to grade some old comic books of mine, and I thought I'd share that as well. As usual with the CGC case, the glare is going to be kind of a bitch, but I think you can get the idea looking at it. This is a Swamp Thing that I bought at San Diego Comic Convention in about 2006 for 20 bucks. I thought it was about an 8 or an 8.5. See that beautiful Bernie Wrightson cover? And I got this one right. And this beautiful X-Men number 62 from 1969 with Neil Adams cover and interior. Beautiful. I bought in Saratoga Springs a couple of years ago. Thought I might have paid too much. And I thought it might be a 7.5. So it's nice to see that it was graded a little bit higher. I might be a bit harsh on myself when it comes to that. And from 1987, the great Stan Sakai's Usagi Yojimbo number 1. One of my favorite characters, one of my favorite books. This one I got this year at the Baltimore Comic-Con. First time ever there. It was great, and everybody should go if they get the chance, if you're near Maryland. This came back as a 9.2, and I was sure it was a 7.5. So I got the rare grader who thinks the book looks better than I do. And I'm grateful for that, because that's quite a jump in value if you're into that sort of thing. And the biggest heartbreak and disappointment of the bunch, my beloved Pogo, 1950, the immortal Walt Kelly, doing all the artwork and writing. This one I bought in Virginia a few years ago. Paid a little bit more than I probably should have, but I thought, hell, that's an 8. Every day, all day long, that thing is an 8. There's no bumped corners. The spine ticks are minimal and very few. This 5.5 isn't very pleasing, but I am glad, very glad to have it in a case so it won't deteriorate anymore, because it is from 1950, so it's 73 years old this year. Still a treasured part of the collection. Dark Horse Predator number 1. I've had this one since about 1989 or 1990 when it came out, and somehow it still is in decent condition. So I decided to roll the dice and send it to CGC, hoping to get a 9.2. Lo and behold, 9.4. Very happy with this. It displays incredibly nicely too, if it wasn't for this insane amount of glare. And one of my favorite semi-modern books, Rachel Rising number 1. Bought this at the Baltimore Comic-Con recently as well. Love this series, never had this issue. Think I paid pretty fairly for it, and believed at the time I would get a 9 or a 9.2. So the 9.6 is a gift, and I'm very grateful, and this one is going to stay in the collection. I don't think I'm going to sell any of these. These are permanent collection keepers. So all told, a relatively positive experience at CGC and well worth my membership. I will renew again at the end of this year, and I'll send in another 5 books next year, because that shit's kind of expensive.